All right, guys. So this is a raccoon I got this morning. He's a young coon. He's he might be 10 pounds or so. I try not to shoot him in the head because I don't want any holes in the skull. I plan on keeping the head as a trophy. Um, but I'm gonna skin her out. This is a female, so I'm gonna skin her out. And this is like, I don't know. I've done skinned several before, but I keep messing it up. I keep trying. I've got one skin that I'm able to use. It's not the tube skin. Like, I keep trying. I'm gonna try that this time again. Um, but yeah, I got this one this morning. It's a young one, only about like 10 pounds or so. Nice pelt on it. I'll wash this off. Very soft fur. I'm gonna have to sanitize down here because it's already dripping a bunch of blood. But here, you know what? Throw down some cardboard to kind of soak up some of the blood. What did I do with my knife? The hell did I do with my knife? Oh, it's in my pocket. Alright, now I don't have any special skinning knives or anything, but I do like using my Mora knife for a lot of stuff. This is the Mora Companion. Love this knife. But I'm going to cut up here. Now this gambrel, it doesn't have the hooks. So I'm just going to cut around underneath the chain. Separate the skin. Do that on both sides. So I'm going to go from this ankle all the way to the other ankle and then cut around this mess here and back up underneath the tail. Dog's already wanting inside. Okay. And then I'm gonna come up, try to cut as much of this fat off the meat as I can while I'm doing this, because I am gonna try to eat some of this raccoon. Probably should have worn gloves. All right, I gotta let the dog in. All right, let's go inside. All right. So I'm gonna start peeling away from the ankle up here. Get enough where I can get a grip on it. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Knife's pretty sharp. Barely touching it peels the skin away. I'm gonna try to preserve this skin. Like I said, right now, this year, this is my first time doing all this stuff. So everything I do right now is practice for next year. Next year, I'm gonna try to start making money off of this. See, this knife is so sharp and I'm going too fast. I made a big cut right here. It's all right. Like I said, this is all practice for what I'm gonna be doing next year. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the other ankle in this. All right, so that ain't going nowhere. Probably should have cut more of this one off here. I'm gonna take this one off so that it puts more tension and spreads these things out a little bit more. Might be trying to be too careful with it, I don't know. It peels off pretty easy, but I'm using the knife anyway to make it just a little bit easier. I've already got her, god dang it. See, I cut it again over on this side. This knife is really sharp. And again, I'm moving too fast. Alright. So I got it cut down pretty good. Now I can go ahead and string this other paw up. Now what I'm going to do is probably bring her up just a little bit more. I'm going to move the chain up so that way I get a little bit better pull down leverage. Only went up a few inches, but that's all right. God dang it. Cut into the fur again. Alright, so now I want to find the tail, the end of the tail. I'm going to cut down to it and then try to skirt around it. Alright, there's the meat of the tail. Probably pull down a little bit more. Alright. Now I'm going to poke a hole right through here. Poke a hole right through the tail. Pull some of this skin back. Some of this meat off right here. So now I'm going to cut the tail just a little bit. Try to do it as straight as I can. Because I'm going to try to... wonder if these are glands right here. They look like they'd be a gland. Okay. between the legs here and just start trying to cut just a little bit into the skin. Well, not a little bit, but all the way down to where I feel I'm not gonna strip off this tail and leave, you know, a piece of the tip on here. All right. So here's where I usually start messing up. I'll pull about there and think I've got it. So I'll just keep pulling, and then I end up ripping off the tip of the tail. I want to keep this whole tail. I want to preserve it. So I've got one of these aluminum tail strippers, and so far the tails that I've ripped off have come off pretty well. So you just doing a raccoon, so I'm going to use this larger hole. Just going to put that in there. Don't want to clamp too much on the skin. I'm just going to squeeze it together, push down. Oh, see, again, they're just ripped the tail right out. So I'm going to get it right someday. I hope, because this is getting annoying. So what I'm going to do now that I've ripped the tail out, is just keep cutting down the tail. Didn't want to do that, but it's what I got to do, I guess, until I get it right. So keep on cutting down. Trying to make the line as straight as I can. I don't want to have any zigzags or anything. That should be all the way down. Pull the tail the rest of the way. See? God. Doesn't matter what I do. I just cannot get that tail right. I just cannot get the goddamn tail right. Just cannot get the goddamn tail right. This is my 10th coon and I cannot get these tails fully off. Been able to do it once. So aggravating. Hands are all slippery from messing around with the fat. So now I know my knife is sharp. I got to be very careful around the head because I want to pull this completely off. And everything I'm doing is practice for next year. I got a couple of weeks that I can still trap this season for the extended season on private property. I haven't done anything in a couple of weeks because I'm getting so frustrated with this. Not being able to pull off the tails right. I've got 2 tails properly pulled off. All right, now I'm getting to where the ears are at, so I kind of want to be careful because I want to keep the ears. I also want to keep the face. I've been pulling it off too hard and too fast, and it's been all right. I got an ear there. Sweet. Okay, I'll go down here. Now I'm in the bone. There it is. There's the ear. All right. So I'm trying to be careful as I can. So far I haven't messed up the head, the face. Try to go like as close to the bone as I can. I got a little nick right there. I think I'm getting to the eyes. Now you got to do something special with the eyes too. Trying to cut around those. Now looks like that might be an eye right there. I've already cut into it, so. I don't know, I could be wrong. Alright. Alright, so I got it pretty much off of the jaw. I hope you guys can hear me a little bit. Now, I haven't gone over the eyes. Oh! Hurt in the back. Alright, now I think I'm in the eyeball area. Yeah, that looks like an eyeball, maybe. See, God damn it. Now I'm cutting into the skin. Looks like probably around the eyeball section. Yep, there's the eyeball. If I pull real hard on this, that hole's gonna get bigger and I'm gonna mess it up. Just pull like all of its face off. See, I was just a little too early on it. Okay. Oi. Think I can get it. We'll see. Stick my fingers in these two little armholes here for some leverage. See, I feel like I'm gonna just rip the rest of its face off. coming. Now I'm at the nose. All right, now I think the nose you can just cut right off. Yep. All right, so that's the first time I think I've been able to save the ears. Pretty much the whole face. Turn this side out. Yeah, see, I got some extra holes around the eyes, but the ears are intact. Pretty much everything's intact, not too many cuts in it. I might be able to salvage it by cutting. I don't know. That tail just really makes me mad. Really makes me mad. Makes me want to quit this crap. I've tried doing it. It's like it seems like the simplest part, but it's not. So go ahead and turn them back inside out. And I'm going to find something to put this on so I can scrape all this extra BS off. See, I got a big hole right here. I got a big hole over here. And then a couple of holes right here around the eyes. One here and one in there somewhere. But I'll get it figured out. So I just got some salt. I'm going to go ahead and salt that skin, but the rest of this I'm gonna butcher up like I'm gonna eat it. I'm probably gonna keep one of the best looking legs, two maybe three of the best. I'll probably keep all 4 quarters and then figure out how I'm gonna cook it. So stay tuned for that, I guess. Another video. But I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better at it. That was a better head job, but I'm gonna cut off the skull. I'm gonna bury it because I want to keep that. But like I said, I'm gonna probably keep all 4 of the legs, clean them up, trim some of that fat, find out where the glands are at, take those out, and then I'll do some sort of cook with them. But when I get done with that, I'm gonna salt the hide, get some of that moisture out, scrape off some of the fat, and then I'm gonna try to save that hide. Put some egg yolks on it, rub it in, get it to where I can use the hide for something. But that's it for now. Appreciate you guys watching.